All right, welcome back, guys. We are rolling into 12.2. We really are going to start talking about surface area now. And so, surface area is the area around a 3D shape. In chapter 11, we talked about area, and that was all 2D shapes, it was flat surfaces. When we do chapter 12 in surface area, it is more talking about, for example, if you were wrapping a present, the amount of wrapping paper you would use has to do with the surface area. Or if you were painting some sort of 3D shape, like a box or a room or anything like that, the amount of paint you would use has to do with the surface area, the actual space you are painting. And so we're going to deal with a lot of different kind of 3D shapes when we're doing that. So first, I want to make sure we understand when we're talking about prisms, what kind of prisms we have, because today we're going to talk about prisms and cylinders. And so if I look here at my examples, I have two different prisms here. All prisms have a base, or two bases, I should say, two bases, and then the rest are what we call the lateral sides. And so the base, you're always going to have two bases that have to do with the same shape. So looking at my first one here, I have sides to my prism, but the only shape that I see only twice would be these pentagons at the top and the bottom. Now, you automatically think that it's always going to be at the bottom or the top of a shape, but depending on how the prism is sitting, the base may not always be at the bottom of the shape. So if you look at the prism to my right, I have triangles here. But are they on the bottom? No, they are sitting on the edges. So it really just depends what direction your prism is standing, but the base is always going to be the two pieces that there are only two of. So going back to my pentagon prism, because the two bases are pentagons, this is a pentagonal prism. That is the name of it. And of course, since I have two triangles over here, I have a triangular prism. You could have an octagonal prism, you could have a rectangular prism, a trapezoidal prism. There are lots of different types of prisms that we will see. Again, you're looking to identify what type of prism it is based off of what two sides are identical and what shape do they make. Okay? So another important factor that we need to take into account when we talk about prisms. When we talked about triangles and the area of triangles, it required the base, the length of the base, and the length of the height. And what was important about the height of the triangle? It had to be perpendicular to the base. So the height of my prism has to be perpendicular to the base. So if I look at my prism, my triangular prism that I have here, it's kind of leaning, it's slouching to the side a little bit. So in fact, I do not have a right angle in this space. So 13 is not my height, but 12 is perpendicular to the space that is occupying the base. And therefore 12 is the height. So the height always has to be perpendicular to the base. It doesn't have to be like touching the actual base of your prism, just perpendicular to the plane in which your prism base is on.